Celtic jersey on.
Yeah, you do. It's, the fucking camera's on right now.
Yeah.
And you clicked on this review. Stop picking at the fucking thing.
Cats. Leave the pussies alone.
We saw Jurassic World.
Yeah.
It came out on June 12th. We saw it today.
Yeah, it came out yesterday. Today's the 13th.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, this is the fourth movie in the Jurassic series, I guess you could say. There's a new fucking park. It's got Chris Pratt in it. A whole bunch of other people.
Yeah.
Dude from Law and Order.
B.D. Wong.
Couple dudes from Law and Order.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's, what's his name in it, too?
Yeah. And Bryce. What's his name?
Bryce
Dallas
Howard. That is the redhead that you've probably seen in the trailers.
Redhead?
Yeah.
I thought he was blonde.
No.
Well, like dirty.
No, that was their
not,
mom.
Not like clear red.
That was
No.
that was the mom.
Yeah, but not like.
Claire was the redhead.
Yeah, it was not like super red though.
Dude,
Some
that
of
was
them were
pretty.
red
That
as
hair
well.
was pretty fucking red.
I thought.
I don't know. Maybe.
You're thinking of their mom.
No, I'm thinking of Claire.
Dude, that was red hair.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe.
Trust me, I know gingers. Anyway.
All right. So yeah, well, let's just start with the good. What do you like about the movie?
It had dinosaurs. That was pretty cool. I like dinosaurs. Big fan of dinosaurs. It's not like I can say the acting was like, it wasn't one of those acty movies where you praise the acting as like, you know, oh, this was like out of this world acting, but the acting was convincing. You never really felt like drawn out of the movie, and you could say, oh, well, that's how it's supposed to be, but you know, I could say sometimes some movies I've seen have definitely, you know, I'm taken out of the movie because of some weird line or weird delivery. I thought the acting was pretty solid in this movie. There was a fair amount of action to plot progression scenes, a nice equilibrium between those. It wasn't too actiony, but it wasn't too just based on plot, slow scenes or with description or something. And there was you got the, you know, a pretty big climax to the movie, and I thought it was pretty well rounded. Pretty solid movie. I wouldn't say it was like super special, but I thought it was good. It was fairly good. That's the good.
Yeah, like Sam said, I mean the acting wasn't, you know, like Oscar worthy acting or anything like that. It was
Who's Oscar?
Oscar the Grouch. Fucking dingus. But yeah. The acting, it was, like Sam said, it was convincing. You know, I mean, you actually thought that these people were seeing dinosaurs. But, you know, the dinosaurs were probably all CG. Because that's the age we're in now.
Well, they have to be. They're not real.
Yeah. But, I mean, they could always build props.
They could.
Like they do at fucking Disney World. Or Universal, wherever the fuck the Jurassic Park thing is. The plot was, I think, very well done. The pacing was very good, especially early on in the movie, where you know, nothing really has started to happen yet. The first, you know, parts of this whole system are starting to move. You see the two kids, Zach and Gray, right? Was the younger one?
Gray.
Yeah. You know, they're kind of off doing their thing, and those scenes are a little bit slower. Whereas you go to Claire and I don't remember Chris Pratt's character's name. Owen. Yeah. You know, you switch to the scene involving either one of them, and the pace is a little bit quicker because shit's starting to happen, and they're, you know, trying to deal with that, and then it all kind of comes together and intertwines, you know, at the climax of the movie. The special effects were pretty good in terms of just believability. There was a lot of good scenes that had a lot of tension to them, but they weren't like back to back to back, so you were worn out by the time the movie got to, you know, the climax of it. You were just like, oh, okay. Now you actually kind of build up to it, and you're like, oh, yeah, this was cool. But yeah, good movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed this movie as well. I just found it to be engaging. When I first saw the trailer, I kind of thought it was going to be a movie with an identity crisis, of like, because the trailer was almost like a tale of two halves, kind of. They just showed the Chris Pratt stuff and that shit's going to go down. Then they showed this like attraction type world. I thought that's what it was kind of going to be, but I thought they mixed the two really well together. I thought the story was really. Sorry, my cats are kind of distracting. I thought the movie just was well written. It was well paced. It didn't stick on a certain plot point for too long. It just kept going at a good pace. It's kind of like some of the theme park rides. It looks like they go at a good pace.
So after like 11 million scripts, you think they finally landed a good one?
I think they did land on it.
Because this movie's been in production hell.
Yeah. And I just think one of the most fascinating things is like the world that's built to something that it's just interesting to think of. What if that was a real thing? It's not a thing that's possible, but it's just fascinating to think of. Just some type of place like that. That's more of like a theme park amusement place with like, dinosaurs or some type of crazy animal or whatever. And I just thought Chris Pratt's a fantastic actor in my opinion. I think he did a phenomenal job, and I kind of can't see him playing a different or anybody else playing his role. I thought he did a good job. I thought between him and Claire was really well done.
Very
yeah. At first, there was a couple of scenes where I thought the brothers were kind of not that great. But I felt as the movie went along, and they needed each other, kind of. I thought, they got better.
I think that was kind of the point, though. Their arc was that.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's just a fascinating movie, in my opinion. And it was kind of unpredictable at times, too. Like, it didn't end the way I thought it was going to end. Certain scenes didn't go the way I thought they were going to. And just some of the intensity in this movie was phenomenal. With the big, badass dinosaur. What was it called?
Dominus Rex.
Dominus Rex, yeah. It's just, like, some of the scenes with him were just, like, fuck. Like, it's just intense.
Her, yeah, her.
Maybe, I guess so,
sibling.
Yeah.
WeeklyMetalReviews is sexist.
Yeah, I guess we are. But the scenes with the dinosaur were just awesome. And it was almost to the point of, as the movie went along, and you're getting towards the end, it still felt like they were not going to defeat this thing at all. Yeah. And then it just kind of magically happened quickly, but in a smart way, kind of, but almost in a lame way as well.
I thought it was clever.
I thought it was cool, but yeah, I mean, it was just kind of cool, where you were really like, I don't know if they're going to do this at all. Whereas the Avengers on the other side is always like,
of course
it's going to happen, of course.
I mean, I've got a question for you guys then once you finish.
But yeah, I mean, I thought this movie was really well done.
So, kind of going off what you said there with the climax of the movie and the way it ended, would you have been okay if this movie ended in disaster?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like if everything just went completely to shit,
I think it would have actually been better.
If just everything went to shit, no one survived, or like of course the ensemble might survive.
I think and it's something we can dive into, but I think if they weren't trying to be more family friendly and trying to maybe slightly gear towards children, I think they could have done that, and I feel that would have had more of a lasting impact as an ending in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it was just like something I thought of there as you were talking. It's like, what if this really kind of, because like you said, there were points where it's like, I don't know if they're going to pull this off. Because they did make almost the perfect predator out of this dinosaur.
Yeah.
So. What about you, Ken?
Yeah, I thought it could have been better. It was almost stupid that they invent a dinosaur and well, it kind of already came to the conclusion that they overcome this situation in which they are placed in. So it's almost you know, it's just pointless almost to you come out with this big event and then just to end it almost immediately throughout one movie. If they would have maybe, I don't know, somehow stretched it or made it seem like there was a chance, but you know, it's just almost like, okay, we're going to make this really cool thing, and then we're just going to make it almost as if, you know.
But this movie did sequel bait really fucking hard.
Yeah, but not with Indominus Rex. Sorry to break that to you. It just well, possibly, but well, not with Indominus Rex. Yeah. But you know,
who knows? They could make something greater.
And there was this one scene in which they were in the lab, and the kid said, "Hey, is that a real dinosaur?" And they're pointing to the computer. You know that scene? But you know, it just seems like, I don't know. I didn't really feel like something about it just, I don't know, didn't really connect with me. I mean, it was an entertaining movie, but parts I just thought were like, you know.
I can see that though, because there were definitely parts in the beginning of the movie.
Like I feel like I could say it so much better if I wanted to spoil stuff for anyone, but I kind of don't. So
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, I get what you're saying there.
Yeah. So what are some things, like specific things that you guys didn't like that you can say without major spoilers? I know you are a big dinosaur. You're a dinosaur fan.
I'm a big dinosaur.
Yeah. You say they have certain things wrong.
Oh yeah, they have a lot of things wrong.
Well, but then again, the guy in the movie admitted, hey, you didn't want accurate dinosaurs.
It's still not that hard to put feathers on dinosaurs. I feel like it adds to the visuals of the movie. When a Tyrannosaurus comes along, or even this new, it's a perfect opportunity, this new man-made dinosaur, so to speak, to have like some type of feathers and to have like this decorative crest. It had some like spiky things, but it's just still kind of plain.
I agree with what you're saying. I thought that Dinosaur was going to be something like radically different when it kind of just looks like another T-Rex. You know what I mean? Like a bigger T-Rex.
Yeah, with some arms.
With some spines.
So I feel like, they could have done something. I like, though, how... I've only watched the first 2 Jurassic Parks, and it's been years since I've seen them, so I don't remember too much of them.
I watched all 3, and it's been probably the same amount of time.
But the kind of homages back to them were kind of neat. There were certain scenes with that.
Little throwbacks
that were cool, that I thoroughly enjoyed.
No cameos, though.
Yeah.
Well, there was a mention of John Hammond, which is unfortunate because Richard Attenborough passed away last year. Really great guy. But, no mention of Sam Neill or
Dr. Grant
or
Ian Malcolm.
Yeah, there's no mention of like anyone from the past movies, or there was some mention of the past movies, but no people, no
mention of the T-Rex that got loose in New York City.
It was kind of like, well, we don't want that to happen again, but I thought it would have been cool if Jeff Goldblum, I almost called him Ian Goldblum, had like one kind of smart ass line. I thought that would have been kind of cool, but just something small. But I guess they want to go in a new direction, and they went in a new direction.
Yeah.
They invented a new direction. Just like they invent new dinosaurs.
Yeah, like you said, the throwbacks were really cool when the 2 boys find the old door to the old visitor center. That I was like, hey, I recognize that, because it looked almost exactly like a scene from the old movies.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, some of the action in this movie was just pretty well done. I mean, some of the stuff that happened, I wouldn't say was incredibly unique. It was kind of a little bit by the books, I feel, action-wise, but I feel, it was solid, and this movie wasn't too action-y. I felt it played more on just suspense.
Yeah.
And
it relied on the story itself to actually progress.
Yeah. Which I thought was.
Unlike the Avengers, where it's just, hey, how many more explosions can we add before we can move on in the story?
How many one-liners can we throw in?
Yeah.
Before we go to the next scene. It's like they were trying to set a world record for the number of one-liners in a fucking movie.
I
But
I can't.
There were a couple one-liners in here, but you know they didn't
Chris
weigh
Pratt
down
can
on
pull
you.
off one line.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's good at being like super serious and
being a dick at the same time.
Yeah, and just being kind of an ass, and then just kind of being funny, and he's just a very well-rounded actor. I feel he's.
Well, I mean, there was that video on YouTube.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt's acting tips presented by Fireball.
Yeah.
Which, if you haven't watched it, you should.
I haven't seen it, but I heard about it.
Yeah, you did. Because we watched it here.
Did we?
Yeah. I don't know. Oh well.
Yeah. I remember hearing about it. I don't remember seeing it. What else?
But even his like lines that weren't one-liners, that like the, you know, these are animals. They need to hunt. They need to feed. They need to. Like just that was fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
I would like the movie to focus a bit more on dinosaurs. Like I liked how it was, you know, had the people, but it didn't really have a lot of dinosaurs. Almost, it was mainly focused on Indominus Rex, which, you know, is the plot of the movie, and then a bit, of course, because you've seen the trailers, there a bit of raptors here and there, but it just felt like there weren't a lot of dinosaurs.
Yeah,
and even the focus being on the dinosaurs. It, like you saw some in the background sometime, but you know this is just kind of some scenes. I would have liked the more like
they were more kind of like fluff. I guess just show. Hey, look, we got pretty fucking pictures.
Yeah.
That we can show off. I agree with that.
They still have a bunch of the dinosaurs wrong.
Wow. Yeah.
Dilophosaurus, no evidence of neck frills or spitting venom. I thought it was funny how Tyrannosaurus still kind of made sounds when it walked, and even this new special dinosaur they made, Indominus Rex, still like made the ground shake. It was like boof, boof, when it walked. Think about that. How would it have caught any prey if every step was like boom, boom? Do you think anything would run away from it?
I understand what you're saying. I feel that's more of just.
Yeah, I mean that's
it's more of just
movie
Hollywood.
stuff. Yeah,
but
and at the same time, Chris Pratt and Claire and Owen, or anyone trying to hide from Indominus Rex, like it's facts. Studies by I think Lawrence Whitmer and Ken Stevens, not together, on separate things, analyzing Tyrannosaurus skulls. And then I feel like this dinosaur is based a lot on Tyrannosaurus, actually had like better sight than hawks. 13 times, but they're 13 times better sight than hawks. Their visual acuity is better than humans. As like a human being, you can see like I think it was about 1.5 kilometers away. Like that's how far you can see.
Yeah.
Tyrannosaurus could see 6 kilometers away. So it actually had great sight. Its smell was great. It just almost seemed like, I know it's a movie, but sometimes you're almost just like, I mean, you're hiding behind a Jeep, and from the angle that I'm at, your head is sticking out over the Jeep.
I did notice that at that part too.
I mean, some sloppy stuff like that I don't really have to. I'm not nitpicking. It's just
You are nitpicking.
you know.
Yeah.
I mean, nitpicking about the dinosaurs, but when you see something like that, that's not nitpicking.
Yeah.
Their heads pop out over the top.
At that
of it.
specific scene, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I mean, the one thing I thought was kind of clever was when the Indominus Rex first got out of its containment, and Chris Pratt's under the Jeep or whatever the fuck it is, cuts the coolant line, and just covered himself in coolant,
Yeah.
so it can't pick up his heat radiation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was smart too.
Mosasaur was too big too. Didn't it pick some more?
Hey,
But-
but they're all genetically modified to be bigger, and you know.
Yeah. I still want to.
The professor himself, Henry, whatever the fuck his name is, said you didn't want accurate. You wanted bigger, more teeth, bigger, louder, more teeth.
Regardless.
Yeah,
Still, even if in that sense you feel like they would add feathers to make it look bigger, to make it a more visually.
You're still on the feather thing.
Because theropods had feathers.
The one thing the last thing I'm going to say is that I wish the movie was great. Don't get me wrong. We've been saying a lot of great things about it, but I really wish this movie would have been like rated R.
Yeah,
And
I think
would
it should have been rated R.
went more of like more of a horror aspect to it, and just maybe more fucking
Just a darker aspect.
gruesome violence. I don't know. I feel that would have just added so much to this movie and just been like, whoa, that's rad, or something like that. Call me a twisted fuck.
We're all
I don't
twisted
care.
fucks.
But I just feel that would have been. I just feel it would have added it more if they just geared it more towards adults and not
Kids.
having to worry about that. You know?
In a way, it's almost a lot of the image of this movie is like a scientific one. Like you have this clean image of like this brand new park and these shiny brand new dinosaurs, and I feel a lot of what was successful and a lot of the feelings you got from like Jurassic Park and Lost World, and I guess a little bit in 3, but was like this gritty, darker imagery that you get. Like one of my favorite scenes was when Dennis Nedry was trying to escape Jurassic Park with a Barbasol can of dinosaur embryos and the Dilophosaurus. That was kind of frightening, at least when I watched it as a kid, and still watching it. I remember the movies on the other week, and I was watching them. The Dilophosaurus kind of had this kind of scary aspect with the neck frills, which it didn't have, and the spitting venom, which it couldn't do. But it, like, you know, in that sense, like, I know that's not how the dinosaur was, but I'm kind of appreciative of that because they added this horror aspect, and not just because it was at nighttime, it was rainy. You know, it was just more of like this like looming sense of like, you know, he didn't make it. And Samuel Jackson, Ray Arnold, the guy Samuel Jackson played in the first movie, like he didn't make it. You just kind of know people aren't going to make it. But then in this movie, I just never felt like Chris Pratt's going to die, because you kind of know he's not. I mean, you could say that about Dr. Grant, but also Claire wasn't going to die, and the kids weren't going to die. You almost felt like they were in the safe bubble, and it's so hard to be like, you know, carry on with the movie when you just know that they're going to make it, and they're in their safe bubble, and you're almost like, well, that's, you know, you never, like they were in danger in the movie, saying that they were in danger, but to actually be in danger, I felt at no point was it like they were really about to, you know, get it, and they got their leg torn off or something, or one of the dinosaurs bit them, or, you know, there was like almost no harm brought to them.
Yeah.
Almost. Well, Chris Pratt got attacked by a pterosaur. That was kind of cool, but that was the only time it was like, ooh.
Well, you knew he was going to make it.
Yeah. I mean, going off of that, like the whole shiny new theme park and shiny, but you know, it was cool how, you know, as the movie progressed with the plot, the park got destroyed.
Yeah.
So I mean, it kind of went through that process of, hey, maybe this is what, you know, the Jurassic Park was before everything went to shit, and everything went to shit.
Yeah, but I didn't really come to see the park get torn apart. Yeah, I decided, like, I don't know.
You came for
like, I knew it was
Dinosaurs, of
going
course
to be
you came to
different.
see the park get torn apart.
No, but that's not why I came to see the movie. I didn't think, oh man, this park's going down. Like, I wanted to see the dinosaurs and have this, I don't know, a bit of a grittier, more raw, terror infused plot. And at times there was suspense, but it, like Tyler said, it was just, I guess, being that the Jurassic Park movies were in the 90s, it was like this family movie, but family movies in the 90s, not to sound like one of those people, family movies in the 90s is different than family movies now. Mm-hmm. And sometimes now there are little cracks and jokes, and I think Chris Pratt said shit one time, and it's like, whoa, can you get away with that? And the older movies, people were being like torn apart, and it's like, yeah. And kids want to see that stuff, and I feel like it's just, it misses the connection in Hollywood that people are like, people actually want to see this stuff.
It's too political.
The world has pussy now.
And who knows, maybe when they were writing the movie, they're like, yeah, let's do it. And then artists were like, no, you gotta be politically correct, because everything has to be fucking politically correct in the entertainment world.
We have become pussified as a society. Mm-hmm. And that's, like, I feel like this movie would have been so much better. Not that it wasn't a good movie, because we've been praising it the whole time, if it had an R rating.
Hmm. Probably would have.
Or an NC-17 rating.
I doubt at that point it would probably even be shown in theaters.
Yeah.
or be advertised as much.
True.
You can't really push it past R.
Yeah. Well,
it's like adult only games. If you have an adult only game, you're shit out of luck.
Yeah.
You're not going to get no press, no advertisement. The only place it's going to take your game is Steam.
And then to push it past R, I mean, that's not even a movie anymore.
Well, yeah. But I mean, like an R rating would have made this movie, I think, just much better.
In closing, they had a nice setup for a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
And
can't wait for Jurassic Land.
Yeah.
The Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, Jurassic Land. I don't know. Can you go bigger than World? Jurassic Universe? They go to Mars?
Maybe.
Who knows?
Speaking of Mars, that Martian movie,
Oh,
The
yeah.
Martian, that looks kind of neat.
With Matt Damon, that looked
Yeah.
kind of
Scorsed it.
I give it like a 7 out of 10. I feel like that's being a bit generous. 6.5 to 7 out of 10. Take that as you will. No,
Okay.
7 out of 10. 7.0. Flat 7.0 out of 10. Alright, that's it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Are you positive?
Is that your final
Is that
score?
your final answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
I was gonna punch you in the
I'm
face.
just kidding. It's still 7.
I agree. This was definitely a solid 7 out of 10 movie. The writing was good, but yeah, there were moments of tension. But I feel like there could have been so much more. This movie could have been more.
I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I thought it was solid. An 8 out of 10 is a solid score to me. It's better than the Avengers, in my opinion. Every movie I've seen this year has been better than the Avengers. The more I think about the Avengers, I know this is a different fucking video, the more I don't like it.
Yeah.
I think we might need to take a second look at our Avengers review. And
That's that.
Yeah, a couple of the scripts that they were going to do before they landed in Jurassic World, the plotline would be that pterosaurs invaded, like, the mainland. Or something to do with pterosaurs and coming to the cities and something like that. It was going to be a pterosaur-based plot, which was like, no one really cares about that. And another one was going to be that Dr. Malcolm and Dr. Grant go to this island and the dinosaurs are, I'm not making this up, they were breeding uncontrollably. Not like the movie's gonna be. That's not like it's gonna be a porn movie, but like that's the problem that they face. They're not gonna show that. It's just there was so many dinosaurs.
This movie's been in the works since 2001.
They didn't bring back Spinosaurus, which kind of bothered me. Not even any like mention of Spinosaurus. I like Spinosaurus. And if they couldn't have killed a T-Rex, it's not likely. But to actually do that and make it this dominant thing, and then like not bring it back, like it would have been cool, like Spinosaurus versus Indominus Rex. That would have been cool.
Yeah, but that showdown between the T-Rex and Indominus was pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah, I mean, I can't lie. The end of the movie was pretty cool, but at the same time, it was very lame. Like, for a couple seconds,
Avengers.
I'm like, that's actually kind of cool. This is cool. But then as it like kept going, I'm like, this. I mean, that part of me took over. That like, this is just
The bitter part of you.
It's just this is I don't know. This is just kind of lame. Like at first I'm like, yeah, and then I'm like, wait, this is actually kind of lame, but still kind of yeah. But like, you know, like a cool slam dunk, you know.
It's a slam dunk.
Like slam dunks are pretty cool, but in a sense it's just, you know, all you're doing is just like buh. And some slam dunks people get sloppy with them. Like just throwing a basketball down, it's kind of cool, but at the same time like, yeah, I don't know. You could have done more with that.
I appreciate a shooter over a
Could have
dunker.
done differently.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. All right.
The next dinosaur is going to be a shut the fuck up-osaurus.
You
You guys are out.
Force the source.